The dollar index, nothing has changed. My bias still stands. We are pushing back to go to our fib zone before starting to look for sales. So nothing really has changed that much in terms of the swing. The 4 hour, nothing has changed on the 4 hour as well. We are bullish, making higher highs and higher lows. And same thing with the 15 minute, guys. There is really nothing. Um, there hasn't been any changes from yesterday. Yesterday we were here. I would have liked to see the market come to our fib before shooting up, but then it had other plans. So today, what do I anticipate? Today I feel like the dollar is still gonna push up. So we're expecting buys on the dollar index. So with that being said, if we're expecting buys on the dollar index, then GBP USD and Euro USD, we should be expecting some sort of sell. GBP USD on the daily, also nothing has really changed that much. We are still bearish. As I'm not gonna lie, the only thing that I'm not okay with is the fact that I keep missing trades. But other than that, there's really not that much, yeah, there's really not that much of a difference, man. So you guys can clearly see we are, still pushing to the downside. Um, so based on the dollar index, I am still expecting this thing to continue selling, right? But then, you guys can clearly see we are approaching our zone of interest on the our swing zone of interest, our supply. No, this is our demand zone. So I'm not that confident into holding sales for a long time, because as soon as price is gonna tap this zone for me, I'm not looking to sell this anymore. I'm gonna start looking straight. I'm gonna only look to buy this. I'm only gonna look for buys, and yeah, once the market approaches and touches the zone, I'm gonna start looking for any change of character pattern to the upside, any highs being broken, well, significant highs being broken, and yeah, I can't look for sales on prices here because it won't make sense, because we are bullish from a swing point of view. So looking for sales is just gonna be risky unless this low gets broken. That's when we can start looking to sell this thing. But other than that, I'm gonna look for buys. But then on the smaller time frames, we are still bearish. Yes, on the 15 minute, we are in a clear downtrend. You get me? Let me just quickly mark it up. Alright, guys, so you guys can clearly see this is how I have my 15 minute marked up. This was the, yeah, you guys can clearly see, man, like we came from this high right here, market pushed, yeah, we came from this high, market pushed down, gave us a corrective move, creating this high. Then it tried to push down, but then the market came back up. Those that trade patterns, this will be considered as a double top. Then we sold, breaking this low, breaking this low, and breaking this low, all because of this high. So this high is a strong high. So this high created this weak low. So from a weak low, what do you expect, right? Well, we expect the market to create another strong high to break this weak low right here to our demand there on the daily, which is this zone right here. You guys get me? So let me just quickly run my fib. I'm gonna run my fib from the this is the move I'm expecting for today on GBP USD. uh I would like the market to, come a bit, go to the upside to tap us on the flip zone. But then even if it doesn't, it's not that much of a big deal, because look, on the 4 hours, guys, these breaks of structures, they just wicks to the downside. So on the high time frame, uh I wouldn't say structures been broken like that, but then it has been broke. That's why I'm looking for the market to come to the upside a bit, touch our fib, then start breaking and closing these lows on the bigger time frame. You get me? Because normally what happens, what I've noticed, you know, for like, let's say the market is about to shift in direction or something, the low time frames have to start breaking structure first before the high time frame. So you know you guys can clearly see on the 15-minute, we did break and close the structure. We broke and we closed below these lows. We violated the lows. But then on the 4 hour is just wicks. There hasn't been a closure. We broke the lows, but then price did not close below the lows. So we can't necessarily say on the high time frame we are bearish, you know, because because of this, because of the wicks. But then on the 15-minute, yes, it confirmed because it did break and close. So now I'm expecting a young push to the upside first, then get the closure candle that we might get later on today. I might be wrong, but then that's what I'm expecting to see from the market. We'll see how that goes. Euro USD, I'm probably gonna have the same sort of bias, because it correlates with GBP USD, but not exactly the same. Let me show you from the daily though. On the daily, let me quickly just mock up my my demand zone that I'm start looking for. Okay, so yeah, on Euro USD, we are still quite far from coming to any of our demand zones here on the daily. So that's a bit confusing now, because does this mean it's gonna wick then go up, or is it gonna really come all the way down here? Because you guys can clearly see GBP USD is close. It's close to the demand zone here on the daily. So I don't know what's gonna happen. Is GBP USD gonna wick us here before shooting, or so that it also gives time for Euro USD to come down, or is Euro USD gonna give us a short pullback and not come to the thingy to go back up? I don't know. We'll just have to see with the market. So on the daily, you guys can clearly see this is how it looks like on Euro USD. Let's go to the 4 hour. We are still bullish. 4 hour. Let's go to the 4 hour, man. 4 hour. 4 hour millimeters. We didn't break the low, guys, on this one. I'm not gonna lie. This low that I wanted to see get broken did not get broken. So I'm not gonna trade Euro USD, because I need to see a break of this low. You see this low right here. I need to see price break and close below, and then give me a pullback before I start selling it. But other than that, I'm really not gonna look to what's this, trade Euro USD. Also, guys, another thing with Euro USD is that it could just do this, eh? Let me show you guys fast. Euro USD could. What am I doing? Euro USD could just come, and you know, another possibility is that it could just come, retrace to the 50%, like around the 50% before starting to buy, and then it's gonna be a break and retest of, this zone. Like, how some people that trade support and resistance, you've got a support, and then it's gonna be a sort of like a support and resistance move. So once price gets, so for me on Euro USD, once price gets to like around the 50%, I'm gonna start looking for any, change of character patterns, like any. I basically look for highs that are gonna start getting violated before I start, um, being confident to buy. Basically, yes. So as if I see buys, if I see any highs get violated around from the 50% um, zone, I'm gonna start looking to buy Euro USD, because look, it's just so far away from the demand that's like right here. It might also make it here, I don't know. But as soon as I start seeing buys around the 50%, as soon as I start seeing highs get violated around the 50%, I'm going to start looking to buy Euro USD. But for now, let me check on the 15 minute. On the 15 minute, let me mark the structure up. Okay, guys, you guys can clearly see the trading range. This was a bit confusing, man. It's playing around these lows, so me trying to like decide which one I'm gonna use as my low was a bit confusing. But then, yeah, I kind of got it though. So our trading range, oh my god, I would say this is a. But then look at this. This low did not break and close. Euro USD is a bit confusing. Oh my gosh, because it is confusing, guys, because you can clearly see this is a double bottom right here. Price did not really break these lows here. Price did not break these lows, didn't break and close below these lows. So this one is a bit confusing. So saying it's gonna sell, it's, yeah, no. It might also do the same and go up, push a bit higher before selling, bro. We'll just have to see how it operates during the day, because now we are still in the Asian session, you know. Okay, so on the 15-minute, guys, uh, it's tough because it didn't break and close below these lows. Because this is, guys, so according to like the way I trade, ne, for me to consider a low, um for me to say that a low or a high is, what's this, is broken, I'm gonna need to see a break and closure, because you guys can clearly see, man, like, there's no ways, dog. This thing did not. So the trading range can't be a high, because price can wake up above this high and then still sell. So I'm not gonna count this as, nah, bro, nah, nah, this is still the low. I'm still gonna consider this as the low. Nah, I'm not gonna go against my rules. So this is still the low. Price did not break and close below, so our trading range is this now. This is our trading range, high and low. Guys, I won't lie, the market does get confusing sometimes, eh? So I'm gonna look for, if I were to draw my fib, I'm gonna draw the fib from this high. I'll quickly explain what I mean by, I'm gonna draw my fib from this high to this low right here, and price is still within this range. Because let me explain it like this, guys. Let me explain it like this, right? You guys know that this is a downtrend, right? So when my market moves, so here the market came up to our fib, and then it created some sort of like a double bottom, right? This high was not violated, which is this high right here. I mean, this low, man, this low did not violate this low, because for me to consider it as a violation, I need to see a candle close below this low, because this is just a wick, right? So the range is still from this high to this low. So now the market could still push back, wick a wick below this high, take out the people that are still there, then start selling, because look, guys, here's a trading range right here, guys. A trading range is from a high to a low, you know, and in order for us to consider a low a strong low, that low, I mean, in a downtrend, in order for us to consider a high a strong high, that high needs to break a low. So this high, let me explain. So you guys can clearly see this high right here, this high, this one. It's the response. It's the reason why this low got violated. It caused a break and closure of this low. How? With this move here. See this move. So this high is responsible for this move, and then this move caused a break and, yeah, a break and closure of this low. So this is a strong high, right? You guys get me? But so now it created a thingy, a strong, this strong high created a weak low, right? Because we are in a downtrend. So after a weak low, what do you expect? We expect this weak low to create another strong high, so that this strong high could break and close below this weak low. But this high failed. So you guys can clearly see this high, the move is from this high to the low, but then it failed to break and close below this low right here. So this could potentially be a strong low, you know this could potentially be a strong low. So if we have a strong low, it's gonna probably create a weak high, right? So I mean, what am I saying? This could be a strong low, because this high failed to break, you know this low right here with this move. But then that's what I'm saying. Like, I can't consider this as our new strong high, because it did not break and close below. Because the the market could still push up and sell, because the most recent strong high is this one here that caused this move to break this low. So, you know, we are still within this range from this high to this low. I don't know if I'm making sense. You get me? Because look, let me just show you like this. Oh, this thing is tough. Explaining is so difficult. So we have our BOS right here, guys. This is just what I just explained, but in a line format, right? So we got our impulse. Now this is a correction move, right? So you guys can see, you know there's different types of, the market could correct like this, guys. Let me show you. The market could correct, you know and then sell, or it could do something like this. Why? Because these highs are weak highs, because they fail to break these lows. So this high is a weak high. Why? Because it failed to break this low. This, you see this pullback, as soon as the market came here, created this low, and then this low created this high, but then this high failed to break this low with this move. So now it's a weak high. So this high could potentially be weak high, like how I'm saying here. This high could potentially be a weak high, because why? It failed to break this low right here. So the market could still push up and, wake us, come back, test this strong low, the one that caused the break of this low, and then shoot up again. Some people will call it like, what's this? Some people will be like, oh, the market swept. You know, some people will call it a liquidity sweep. I don't know. This whole the liquidity sweep thing concept is still confusing me till today. But yeah, we learn as we go. So basically, this is what could happen. You guys understand what I'm saying? So it could just sweep it out and then still at this strong high, and then you can still continue to sell. I don't know if that makes sense. If it did, please comment there on the comment section. If it didn't make sense, let me know as well, so I can also go and improve. You know. So yeah, I'm just gonna have to wait on Euro USD. Yeah, we're waiting on these two pairs. We are gonna wait, and yeah, let's go to Euro GBP, guys. Euro GBP, man. Euro GBP, guys. Currently, I am in a trade right now. I am in a sell on Euro GBP. This was just too much. I did analyze. I told you guys yesterday I am bearish on this one. So let me quickly just wait for this now. Yes, remember yesterday I told you guys I'm gonna ignore this 15-minute bullish structure here, and I'm gonna base my trade based on the 4-hour swing, and we are swinging nicely. I'm not gonna lie, we are in some good profits right now. So yeah, guys, Euro GBP, I am still confident that the market will come back down. But for now, man, there's really nothing to analyze here. I have my TP by the lows here. So now it's a matter of, we just have to wait for price to come back down, because you guys can clearly see, man, this is a impulse, and then we just started the correction phase now. This is a correction phase, bro. Like, we are making lower lows and lower highs. So, and then we might just shoot up from here. We'll just have to see what happens on Euro GBP. But for now, I'm still looking for sales, man. I'll post a video of my trade. Yeah, I'll just post a video of my trade right now. You guys will just see. This was fire. This was fire. I caught it somewhere here. Like, the market was after it broke these, I went to the 5 minutes. After it broke these 5-minute lows, somewhere around here, I caught my trade. It gave me profits a bit. Then it started pushing up, and then we started selling from here. So I am in this trade, guys. It's looking nice. We are nice, floating nicely. And yeah, any scaling positions, I don't know, bro. I don't know. We'll see what the market gives us. Maybe if the market, it just broke this low, we might go, the market might just do this. It might come back a bit down, then give us a pullback. Then we can scale in and, enter more sales once it gives us the pullback. But I'm not really a fan of scaling in, but maybe it's a new skill I might learn, man, how to scale into trades. But then that's it for Euro GBP. I still feel like it's gonna continue to sell. Euro GBP, guys. GBP CHF, I took a loss yesterday. I'm gonna post a video here as well. I took a loss, and I know why I took my loss. I went against my rules. Remember yesterday, guys, I told you guys the 4-hour is not bullish. The 4-hour structure is still bearish, but then I was basing it on the fact that on the daily, yes. So I based my trade on the daily, because we just had a daily impulse. Now I was anticipating a pullback. Then I was anticipating a young a young pullback before we start shooting to the downside again. But then we didn't get it. I don't know if there was a premature entry or if the market is just not gonna push to the upside yet. You know, on the 15-minute yesterday, I was looking at this. We had just gotten a break of structure. We created a higher high, so I was like, okay, the market could just come to the fib, and then we look for buys, guys. As soon as the market came to our fib, and then it created this, it started pushing up. I went on the 5 minute and I saw a chalk pattern. I was like, ah, we in here, we are in. But then, yes, I went on the 5 minute, guys, and I saw this 5 minute change of character pattern. Let me show you at our fib zone, and I was like, guys, this has to buy. You guys can clearly see the change of character pattern. Okay, but created a low, we created a high, we created a lower low, then this low broke this high right here with this move. So I waited for the market to come and give us like a young pullback, started rejecting, you know. Then the boys saw that no, this is a good opportunity for me to enter because we got a chalk pattern at our, at our fib. The 15-minute is creating a bullish structure, but then the 4 hour was still bearish, but then I still, at the back of my mind, I had that thing of the daily just came from an impulsive phase. So now I might catch the pullback phase early, and yeah, I got chowed. I really got chowed. So for me to enter buys on GBP I'm gonna have to wait for this high to get violated. So that's it for GBP guys, and I think that's it for the video, man. That's it for the video. Yeah, guys, I hope you guys enjoyed that video, and if it did, leave a like, comment, and just, yeah, subscribe, guys, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Peace.